11:30 p.m. Sunday the 4th. All good. All right. Where am I at? Interesting. Yes, that is interesting. All right. Where did I get it from? You know what it is, yeah? It's how far do you push things? Ignore the title. I'm not broke. I'm not. This is just new strategy. Some people ain't gonna like it, but I guess it's who gives a shit, really. I mean, it's a clickbait. It's a clickbait. Yeah. If I can get more people to tune to the video, it's a clickbait. Yeah. It seems to work for other channels, and I mean, if I do videos about mental health and the protection of fighters, it's not even getting half a regular upload. I'm not doing videos to get 600 views. I've got to clear at least 1K 0.5 a video. That's the goal. At least. People don't want historical videos. They don't want depth. They don't want it. They don't want that. They want to know if Beats is sleeping on the street with a cardboard box. You know what I mean? You know, lost everything, using the library Wi-Fi. That's what they want to know, right? That's what they're interested in. They're not interested in all this shit. You can say what you want. It's the truth. They don't want to hear all that. They ain't trying to hear that, dog. You what? You talking about Charlie Burley? We don't care about no Charlie Burley beats. I mean, yeah. They don't want to hear about that. What for? How's that going to enhance their lives? You know what I mean? People want to hear stories that make them feel good about their lives. And the best way to remedy that is to give them a story. Oh, Beats, you know what I mean? Beats is begging under the bridge in Holloway. You know what I mean? That's the shit they want to hear, bro. That's what they want to hear. That's the real shit. Adrian Broner, alcoholic. Adrian Broner broke. Floyd Mayweather broke, man. He ain't got no money, man. Ooh, yeah. And that's fair enough. It's a part of the human condition. Yeah? And if it's a part of the human condition, if I can monetize it, I will. There's one channel. I don't like the guy who does the channel. Let's say his name. He does blatant clickbaits. Everything is breaking and clickbaits. But yo, he's turning a lot over, way more than I am. You know what I mean? People in the comment section, yeah, but I come here for the old school videos. Old school videos, yeah? You know what I mean? What? To do 500 views, it's not worth it, bro. It's literally not worth it. I might do them on a Patreon and make people pay for them if they really want that. If I do a Patreon and make you pay for it, let's see how much you really want them. That's how I see it. I'm not doing all that and then nah. That's a mugs game. That's a mugs game. Hustling backwards, that is. Can't do that. People are gonna have to show me they want them videos like that. They're gonna have to show me they want them. And the way they're not interested in history. If people were interested in history, yeah, and that's not just you guys in the comment, but that's media, fans, etc. Right? They won't be able to get away with listing Boots versus Ortiz as a super fight, and not one of the media has come out and said, well, actually, it's not a super fight. And the only way you would say that is if you had a keen eye on what's happening today and correlated to history. And none of them have their eyes on the ball because all they're concerned about is views and numbers and not doing their job. Media is a job, you know. Yeah? The public pay for media services, right? You can get the media to work for you because you pay them. And if you demand that they do proper journalism, they will do it. They'll get up early, get on their computer, research the sources, and get on their phones and dig it up properly because you've demanded it. But if you don't demand it, they're just going to do some pig-faced spitting image journalism and do it lazy as possible and clickbait the shit out of the motherfucker. Yeah, and I don't blame them. They should do. They should do. Yeah. They should do. Why shouldn't they? If the fan base ain't demanding more from the media, they're going to give you what you got. And some of them would take the little pocket money that the promoters and networks are passing them off to spill their propaganda like they're doing something. Yeah. And then across the pond, they'll be charging you £80 for this fake super fight. Or bumping up the subscription on DAZN. Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is sometimes, bro. It is what it is. Yeah. Sorry to disappoint some of you. I'm not living in no cardboard box or anything. No, I'm not, actually. No. And I'm glad I'm not. I'm glad I'm not in no cardboard box. It might make for a shit stream, though. You know what I'm saying? It might make for a shit stream because it's anticlimactic. Oh, you're not really on the stream. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Tell you what, though. The old boy needs his glasses. The old boy needs his glasses. You know, up to a few years ago, I had to go to the planet Krypton, to get an optician. You know what I'm saying? My eyesight was so good. Yeah. Clark Kent, X-ray vision and shit. Not no more, though. Not no more. Guzzy. Truth hurts. They want sensationalism. Mr. DLSO8. Wagwan. Yeah. Slew the haters. Big up Mark Leacock. Mr. DLSOB. If you are begging, average beggar makes more than the UK average salary. Of course it does. You don't pay taxes on it. There's no taxes on begging. Yeah. And there was somebody in the ends, yeah. This girl, people caught onto her, begging on the streets. And then in the evening, her and her boyfriend were spotted in their Mercedes, all dressed out in designers and fine clothes and living it up. Yeah. Guzzy. He says clickbait works in today's society. Linkage. Does YouTube pay your bills? No, I don't. I don't do enough numbers for it to pay my bills. No. No, I don't. It doesn't pay my bills. I mean, but I have ways. I have ways which yeah, I mean, which is my. I'm not on what do they call it again? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? You're just lazy. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, or I might just be talking into it. Okay, nice one, Mr. D. Cop End, he says, I've noticed some other recent Moses interviews, a few channels, all USA based. So far, not seen any UK based yet, are saying Moses is already showing signs of CTE due to how he talks. Anyone agree? No, Moses has always spoke at that pace, as far as I know. But maybe that's how they see it, as CTE. That's how they see it. Moses is deadpan. He said, the reason I'm dry in the interviews is because, what did he say? I did cover it. He said there was a reason why he was dry in his interviews. He just basically not trying to give the media too much. SK, what's good? Moonshine, what's good? Derek Clark, what's good? Appreciate that. Everyone can hear. Yeah, method acting is what Tupac was using in his role called Juice. He played Bishop, right? Now, he basically got into the character. He got very deep into the character. So basically, he's bodying his deepest emotions to bring that character as close to reality as he can. And there were people who said that after Juice, Tupac never came out of that character. a lot of what he played in that film stayed with him. A lot of the characters stayed with him. When Floyd Mayweather bought his way out of his top rank contract, his promoter said, he said after that he couldn't connect with Floyd because Floyd was a young black man and he was immersed into hip hop culture, which he didn't understand. Now, this is just my opinion. Floyd bought his way out of that contract. And without a regular promoter, or yourself now, it's scary. It's scary. There's no safety net when it crashes. So he, Leonard Ellaby, then later Al Heyman, developed the money persona, the villain persona, from pretty boy to villain. Money. Money is the most divisive topic of them all. Became Money Mayweather. And it worked out. On the spreadsheet, he's probably got the highest purse any boxer has ever earned against Manny Pacquiao. And the numbers on the Conor McGregor aren't too far off. But Floyd, too, to a degree, without an acting role, was doing method acting. I was just listening to Spencer Fearon. Floyd didn't know when to come out of character with his Money Mayweather thing. He didn't know when to come out of character. If Floyd was smart, he would have understood that boxing / sports entertainment long term, you've got to be able to reinvent yourself. You can't keep playing the same hand. Because if the audience don't catch you out, or the media don't catch you out, you'll catch yourself out. Floyd has been spending money, and eventually the spending is not matching what is coming in. You have a small window to make the type of money Floyd was earning in his peak as a pro boxer. So now we hear stories that Floyd is broke, he's lost all his money. How people give Spencer Fearon stick online, and they must be really stupid. Like, Spencer is one of the most positive people you would meet. Spencer said the scripture that people quote, but they quote it incorrectly. They keep saying money is the root of all. No, the actual quote, according to Spencer, and I'm not as read up on the Bible as I should be. The actual quote is, the love of money is the root of all evil. How can money be the root of all evil? Money is a vehicle. The love of money. And when they're saying the love of money, when you confuse money as a deity, it's not a deity. Once it becomes a deity, that means you're no longer in charge. The love of money. Floyd can still salvage it. He's got to come out of character and accept that, yo, you're not earning the type of money you was once earning. Come out of character. You know what I mean? Downsize. Downsize. You can live in one house, a smaller house, really nice house, and you'll be good. And look, if Floyd is smart, he'll figure this out. Reinvent yourself, downsize. Let's see another side of Mayweather. Let's see another side. If he's capable of doing that. I can see Floyd coming back. He's got several of options of what he could be a ring announcer, an announcer, co-commentator, pundit, podcaster. His podcast would be huge. Imagine like Adrian Broner down in his luck if he could get off whatever substances he was on. Imagine if him and Floyd did a podcast. Mayweather and flipping Broner doing a podcast. My gosh. Broner was in the store. We call it shops over here. And he was asking these two guys who said they had alcohol in their vehicle. Well, come and bring the alcohol and we can have a drink together. And you're thinking, I don't know what happened, man, with Adrian. Big up Mr. Atomic Bulldog. I don't know what happened with Adrian. Same thing with Adrian. You know, I tell you what, yeah. I saw that a lot of you have seen that video where Brown was flushing money down the toilet. And I saw it, I never forget that Sunday morning, and it disturbed me. It really disturbed me when he did that. Flushing the money down the toilet. Now, some people can say, how do you know it was real money? I don't. This is the internet. It could be fake money. It could well be prank. But that's not the point. I can never know if it was fake money or not unless he comes out and confirms or denies. But whether it was a prank or not, for you to come out and flush money down the toilet, once again, it's the love of money and it's the false sense of self that money can give certain people. And I always saw that as a negative thing for Broner, that one day people would bring up. When it comes around full circle, and I don't know if that's that circle has come around yet. I don't know. Broner's still a young man. How old is Broner? Well, when I say young, how old is Broner now? Adrian Broner, age. What is Adrian? Broner young, man. Broner's young. 36. Broner's only 36, man. That's young. Very young. That's very young. That is very young, man. I didn't realize he was that old. That he's that young. I really didn't. Hmm. Yeah. I guess I couldn't understand what I was seeing that Sunday morning. Big up the beauty of the pencil. Big up Derek Clark. Foxy Bingo. Speaking of hip hop and film, have you seen the film Belly, directed by Hype Williams, starring Nas and DMX? Yeah, I saw it. I saw it at the cinema. I saw it at the cinema. I've seen it a few times with Louis Rankin. Yeah. How AB ended up. Hmm. Chris Case flows. He says Mayweather, Broner, and Tank podcast money. Yeah, it would just be off the chain. Just be off the chain. Just be off the chain. SK, he says believes it was real because he comes across as dumb. His comments on Jay-Z when he was offered a deal was childish. Yeah, that as well. That as well. That as well. Guzzy said about billions was the wrong name for Adrian. Coppin, can't lie. I did like early Broner with all your props, brush my hair. He was entertaining. He was very entertaining. He was. He was. He was very entertaining. But he never recovered after that Marcus Maidana loss. Or actually, was it really the Marcus Maidana loss, or was it the Paulie Malignaggi fight? His skills got a little exposed. Yeah. Mr. DLSOB, how good was Frank Bruno? I grew up around people who ridiculed him for the way he talked and acted. So I never really got an appreciation for him at all. Right. Apologies, yeah. My computer just shut down. Um, it just shut down by itself. How good was Frank Bruno? Um, Frank was a big puncher. Frank came along at a time where the British heavyweight scene was still in free fall after Henry Cooper retired early 70s after losing his European, Commonwealth, and British titles to Joe Bugner. Joe Bugner was never accepted by the media and the British public for controversially beating Cooper. And they always said that Joe had the physique, the strength, the power, but he just lacked killer instinct and he was a little negative. Bruno came along, had a tremendous physique, won the ABA finals as an amateur. He was signed by the cartel. He won the heavyweight title after. Okay, he lost to Bone Crusher. That wasn't for the title. Witherspoon was the first title shot. Tyson, second. Lennox, third. So he won it on his fourth attempt. So it's 5 losses. No, yeah, 5 losses in his career. He was a big puncher. He was strategically managed by the cartel, who had a matchmaker named Johnny Boss, the Gravedigger. And I don't rank Bruno on just his fistic abilities alone. I rank Bruno on being the first major black sports star in the UK. And I would argue if there was no Frank Bruno, then there's no Michael Watson, Eubank Jr., or Nigel Benn. No Colin McMillan. No Prince Nassim Hamid. No Tyson. Well, not so much Tyson. I'm talking about melanated boxers. Because the 80s was a special period for athletes, British athletes, especially the boxers. Bruno is a very important, very, very important sportsman. And underratedly, like when you're saying he was humiliated by the people you spoke to, that would be he wasn't black enough or militant enough. And that was him being a product of that environment in the 80s. And it's strange, I was thinking of the other day is Gary Wilmot. The black community hated Gary, not hated, that's the wrong word. But they never took to Gary Wilmot, never took to him. And I think there was this opinion that Gary Wilmot was a non-threatening black man on the TV, and I always thought it was unfair. I don't even know what Gary Wilmot did. I didn't watch the programs he did, not because I disliked him, but it just wasn't something I gravitated to. But Gary Wilmot had this image being a COON, yeah, although they didn't use that word back then. Nah, I don't like the way the Prince Nassim film looks, Coppin. I like the guy play Prince Nassim, isn't it? I just it hasn't moved me a bit. What I've seen, it hasn't moved me. Wizard Sleeve says AB, a total P. SK, we all know Javon from Tio will be broke in the future. I wouldn't like to predict that for anybody, to be honest with you. I wouldn't like to predict that. You know what I mean? For nobody. For your 2026 wish list and predictions, haven't got any at the moment. Not at hand anyway. Mr. D says the grave digger. Imagine that being a nickname of your matchmaker. F that. Yeah, Johnny Boss was the grave digger because he was literally like just getting opponents for the cartel in the UK and American promoters to be rolled over. Yeah, yeah. Steve Robinson was a good fighter. Steve Robinson was good. He beat my boy Colin McMillan. Um, he beat John Davison for that title on short notice. Steve Robinson was very good. He actually beat Paul Hodgkinson. Steve Robinson was good. WBO. That was his first title, and Nas made Robinson look very, very ordinary. Steve Robinson was good domestic level. He was basically a Cinderella champion, who I believe was working in a warehouse. Was he eating chips or something when he got the call up to fight John Davison? And he upset him and won the title. Yeah. At BG Live, it looks like a comedy movie. Yeah, it does. That's the best way to describe it, BG. It just doesn't look does that look authentic. And they've got Stallone directing and Pierce Brosnan, I believe. It just doesn't look that good. It looks a joke. Daniel Cole Hernandez says, best channel on YouTube. Much, Daniel. Much appreciated. Yeah, it just doesn't look. I don't know. But I wasn't impressed. He hasn't really done anything to make me want to see it at all. To be honest, I don't think there's been a good boxing film since Raging Bull. Put some effort into that. Just like De Niro, top actor, isn't it? Top boy actor. Coppin 09. He said, I did feel sorry for Robinson versus Nas. That was a beating. He beat up Steve, man. He beat him up. Beat Steve up, man. Then he just dismissive, very dismissive. Yeah, that's always been a thing in Britain, like that. Black enough. Yeah, I did like the Rocky movies, but obviously, Raging Bull come out a little after that, didn't it? You know what I mean? Although there's been Rocky movies since, but you mean a I'd say the one with Tommy Morrison. It was done. Brosnan as Brendan Ingle looks hilarious on the trailer thumbnail. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's I didn't even realize that was Brosnan. Right. He's playing Brendan Ingle. BH8365. Glad to be here listening to Beats Live. Appreciated. Appreciated. SK says Nas the movie looks alright. I have to watch it for nostalgic purposes. Oh, I definitely like the Rocky movies, BG London. I definitely like the Rocky movies. They're great. Like Rocky 1, 2, and 3, and yeah, great movies. All of them. All of them. All the ones in the 80s up until even the Tommy Morrison one. And there was I don't know if I think after that it was a bit of a stretch after Tommy Morrison. You know what I mean? $1 Million Baby. I don't think I've seen that. Don't think I've seen it. Yeah. Hey, listen. Floyd stayed in character too long. When you get in your 40s, you need to perhaps show a bit more of a human side to yourself than it be all about bling and money. He doesn't have to promote himself no more. He should have reinvented, but he probably doesn't know how. He wants to always lead with this, I've got money, I've got money. Yo, Floyd, sometimes, you know what I mean, the money shit goes left. You know what I mean? And when it goes left, you find out who the real people who are around you, you know what I mean? And then you find out what you need from what you're just being a consumer, constantly spending. You know what I mean? There is no happiness by just spending and spending money. Not that people should be striving for happiness, really. You should be striving um, for whatever comes up day to day. You should be striving to deal with that. You know what I mean? And then preparing for the next day after that. January the 24th, Raymond Muratala versus Andy Cruz. Man, I don't think Muratala's got much of a chance. To be honest with you. Okay, the Ali movie, Will Smith, that was okay. It was okay. Hurricane Carter. The Hurricane Carter movie wasn't really a boxing movie, though. It was more about his trial, wasn't it? Paula Gemini. Yo, Beats, I like a channel. I just checked your stream from the beginning. I think people would be interested in the history. You just need flashy video edits of fights on fighters. You could be right, actually. You could be right. You could be right. Probably need to do a more professional job. Document. Be right. I wouldn't even argue with that. That is a fair comment. That is a fair comment. It's the you are right. You are right. I'm not gonna argue. Can't argue with that. I was supposed to get my brethren around actually to help me get a more documentary feel to some of the videos, but we just haven't managed to hook it up. And like he's just better and all that stuff. At manipulating the movie maker and stuff. He's just a lot better than me. I'm an old boy. Dubois versus Wardley. I can't think of a better fight, says BG London. Man, Dubois can't beat Wardley. I think Wardley would just smash him up. I think Dubois' mentality is wrong. Look how inactive he's been since him and AJ. Like the inactivity, man. Inactivity is crazy. All the fighters, man. Yeah, I like Rich the Historian, Guzzy. I think he's a very good channel, actually. Yeah, I do like his channel. Dramatized TV series, one that is dark. Mr. DLSOB. It's a great fight, but Daniel doesn't deserve. Why not? Well, he's coming off a loss, I guess. But I mean, I guess. But yo, Ryan Garcia came for ped violation and a loss. You know what I mean? He's getting another title shot, so why can't Daniel? SK says Beats brings nuance to boxing history others don't. Much appreciated. Gardner, that AJ Jake Paul card, 10 threes as opposed to 10 twos for the women. And they're always talking about if they were allowed to fight 10 threes like the men, they get knockouts. But she didn't out. She didn't come close. Nowhere near there ain't a knockout. I don't see the knockouts manifesting. Where are the knockouts? And I saw a fight, Amanda Serrano this time. I saw her begging for 10 frees, or was it not? She actually got 12 frees, didn't she? Didn't she fight 12 frees? Yeah? At featherweight against the Brazilian girl. I remember watching the fight. And she didn't come close to scoring a stoppage. Not close. Saturday, she fought at Tele. Nope. No knockouts. No knockouts. The whole argument that women need more time to put their together to get knockouts is bull crap. Absolute bull crap. They just don't hit as hard as men. It is what it is. Yeah? Turhan. The Turkish Ernie Shavers. You know, you got Ann Wolf. They've had some bangers, yeah, but not many. Not many. And the sounds, no knockouts. No knockouts. Who was going to win that fight yesterday? Holly Holm and Stephanie Hahn. Like, it was flipping poised, wasn't it? Like, there wasn't much between them as far as what I saw. But I think Stephanie was slash. That was a decent fight, you know. That was a decent fight. Holly coming from the southpaw stance. And Ebony Bridges, she lost at 8-2s. Her fight was 8-2s. It wasn't rounds. I don't think there were 3 rounds of fight. Was it? Was it 3 rounds? You know. But Ebony got a bit of a boxing. Got a bit of a boxing lesson. Really know how to block enough of the shots. Apart from blocking with her face, she really didn't do a great job on blocking. BG London said, yeah, Beats narrator voice over boxing footage would be insane. 4K ting. Big up, Pete. SK, 10-3 is dangerous. Getting hit when your stamina gone. Who's going to fight that Turhan this year? Is that Han, who we saw? She's already arranging a rematch with Holly Holm. Yeah? Why are you not arranging a unification with Han? Where's Caroline Dubois? Who's the other British girl? What was her name again? Who Alicia Baumgartner beat up? But I forgot her name now. What's her name? Baumgartner, give her a beating, bro. Proper beating. That was a serious beating. Harper. Terry Harper. That's the one. Terry Harper. Took a bloody hiding. Bloody hiding. Terry Harper. Yeah. I have to find out how I can get the. You know what I mean? I might not be able to. I don't mind if listen. I don't mind if I can't monetize them. If I can use the videos as a tool to grow the channel, that's okay. I don't mind if I can't monetize doing videos like that. When I get round on that, you know what I mean? Like, I've got a new laptop, so that is ready to start the work and production and stuff like that. And that is a consideration for the year. Mr. D. Illis OB808 says the women's card was horrible last night. 3 rounds dragged on. Guzzy, agree. 3 minutes around for women doesn't work. BG London yet. Beats narrator. Big up Lady Chan. She says most men don't get KOs with their Greek. I don't understand that, Chan. The Greek, or did you mean 3? So women don't anyway. Let them have 2 minutes. Coppend, he says, in replying to Mr. SO8, 4-belt era. The concept of deserving a shot died a long time ago. Yeah, so look, if Daniel can get his powerful promoter, who's got all the heavyweights there, to put a worldly fight together, I wouldn't begrudge Daniel. If Ryan can get it off a peg violation and a loss, get a title shot, why not? Why not? Because this is Turkish early shavers. Hey, that girl can hit, man. Oh yeah, you meant 3. You meant 3. With a football style extra time concept work in boxing, if I draw, boxers step back in the ring and fight one more round to decide a winner. You'd have to look at the logistics of that. Um, could do. But how much times did draws come up? Not that many. Yeah, she froze Harper up, didn't she? I mean, Harper wouldn't do too well against Elif Turhan, would she? She gets. They will get pastings, don't they? Let's keep it real. They get pastings. Mm. Mr. D. Ellis SO8 must be doing extras to keep more about Ryan Garcia. Mm-mm. Hopefully, not too much extras. Yeah, it's probably gone beyond deserving a shot. It's who you know more than what you can do, isn't it? Let's be honest with you here. I mean, about him getting another title shot after losing to Barrios recently. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Gotta be honest. BG London. Is Caroline Dubois ready for Baumgartner? I think she'd feel safer taking on Baumgartner, but isn't Baumgartner at 130? I think she'd feel safer taking on Baumgartner than Turhan. Lady Chances Ebony Bridges should call it a day and be a fitness model again. And her and Kel open up gyms. She's not going to be a champ again. Well, she's not a young. How old is she? She's a big woman now, you know. She might be 40. She's not a young girl. She's 39. She's 39. Yeah. Um, I don't think she's going to give up though because she had the baby not long ago. So I think the inactivity's caught up with her. I think she's going to keep going. She needs to put a run of fights together. Now, Caroline 135. That time going to struggle to get fights next year. That Beatrice Fiera is going to have them running scared, man. They're going to be running scared. No part of that. It's going to get, who's that Turkish girl over there? She's got them running scared. They don't want to fight that. They don't want to fight that. My bad singing and all. She don't want, listen, they don't want that smoke. That was one of the most ruthless performances last year when she ducked Beatrice. Beatrice was definitely a pound for pound women's fighter. Definitely. And she like made short work. Got hit by a train. Choo choo. Ran her over. That was scary at times. That performance was scary, man. None of them. Stephanie Hahn. No. 50 Cent posts to Shields after going back and forth for her and Papoose. I'm a Shields fan. I think she is an amazing fighter. And she's got a big fight coming up. So I'm going to chill, let her focus. Let's go, champ. You see the thing, yeah, right? 50 Cent is the mother, but he's a very intelligent dude. And although he's not, and he can't quite know what's going on with Clarissa Shields' life, I think he put that out there, not for trolling. He wants Clarissa to think about what's going on, right? I think he wants to put it out there so Clarissa is thinking about what. We are at a point in the world where a lot of black women talk very tough, very, very tough. But a lot of times, they're defenseless as any other ethnicity of woman. They're still women. And Clarissa falls into that box. Yeah? Clarissa is 17 years younger, savvy Pap. 50 Cent said Pap is using her. Clarissa rebutted and said Pap is the most wealthiest man that she's dated. But the facts are, she signed with a record company that Pap has an involvement in. A record company that hasn't spawned any big hits, as far as I know, with Win Records. An $8 million deal with Win Records with MVP, who wanted to sign her. She could have got a deal with Matt from boxing if she wanted as well. Now, I don't know the paperwork. I don't know if it's a negotiating strategy, this deal. Anyone wants to use services as a pugilist, they'll have to look at the $8 million to match what that would mean per fight. It could be a negotiation strategy. It could be. But who have they promoted? Who have they promoted? What fights have they put on to say you're going to sign Clarissa Shields? More than likely, she's going to have to do a deal with MVP for any of the significant fights. Who is French on Cruz signed with? Who's she signed with? She ain't signed with no win records, right? So now she's got her boyfriend and a record label, not boxing promoter, a record label, who will be expecting a cut out of whatever they promote or brand for Clarissa. And she's still got the Jewish guy, Salita. Why have you got so many promoters and management in your team? Why? Now look, be a good situation for it doesn't look good, that good to me. You got win records and Salita. You don't need two promoters. You don't need Pat. You don't need all these people. You just need one good promoter. And the rest of the money is yours. I mean, like, the rest is to state the obvious. And you're there with a 47-year-old rapper who's still married. Who is still in the life of the child with his wife. But where's Clarissa's husband? I don't know. So I think 50, you mean, like, looking at it, it just seems like, I don't know. Maybe 50's, there's something there. Maybe 50's wrong. 50 don't know everything. BG London says Pat wants that 20%. Yeah. Can said he is using her. SK said 50 a child. Yeah, 50 can be a bit of a pain in the. But he's a smart dude. Not an idiot. Definitely he's not an idiot. BG, Papoose is always in the position. Lady Chan, she's trying to stick on the Pap, messing up her career. Win ain't it. Yeah, it was a strange career maneuver, signing with Win Records. What for? SK, I'm sure 50 can speak to Clarissa one-on-one if he wanted to. He's well connected in NY. He even knows Pap. Fifty is using their relationship for himself. He loves to gossip, says SK. Yeah, he does love to gossip, but I think he's got a case on this one. I'm not going to lie. Wow. Clarissa's offer says Scotland. Was the offer even legit? Lord knows. I don't know what Layla is doing either. Like, Layla is just. You think you can go beat this young girl, Layla? You're crazy, man. Clarissa will give you all type of nut, man. I mean, all type of punching up. SK, they're going to do Shields versus Remy Ma on Netflix, as he will eventually go back to Remy. At BG London, Clarissa refused to sign with Jake Paul. Yes. Lady Chan, he's correct. By the time she breaks off Pap, Salita, and Win, leaving with 300K. There's a lot of people got their hands in her purse. A lot of people. Daniel Cole says Clarissa working with that snake, Salita. Plus, she has 0 eyes on her fights. Should have went to MVP. Listen, Jake knows how to promote, man. From promoting them Serrano, Katie Taylor fights. Got good momentum. He's got a good roster there. SK, Layla bored and wanted some drama. Women in it. She got her drama. Now back to cooking. Coppin 09 says Shields has no one really to fight. She could retire for fight or dominate. Yeah, the gene pool in women's boxing is not the same. It's not the same, is it? Men's. Guzzy says, ask Jerome Miller about Salita. Benavidez spent several years as one of Golovkin's primary sparring partners, starting at the age of 15. It's Golovkin. He's the reason that he's the fighter he is today. Golovkin toughened him up, yeah. See, this is what I'm saying, man. I don't think Yard is. I don't know who Yard is sparring, but Yard caught the hands last year, man. He caught the hands. Horrible beating he took. Man, it's been a bit of a slow week. Been a bit of first week of the year, not really much to report. Not really much. Who isn't 50 beef with though? 50 is beef with everybody. I can't think of no one. SK said Yard sparring punch bags. Copping 09. Shields' best bet is to try and persuade someone daft enough to do a men's women crossover fight like they recently had in tennis. I'm sure there is a 400 ranked male who needs to cash out there. Man, Clarissa can't fight no dude, man. You know what I mean? This ain't tennis. What's the worst that can happen to the female tennis player fighting the 400th ranked tennis player? She gets a beating and she feels a bit ego battered, but that's it. You go into boxing, you're trying to you get more than your ego bent up, rude boy. You know what I'm saying? Allow that. Did you see that dude who decked Clarissa in sparring? Caught her with that left hook. Ironed her out, man. Ironed her out. Ironed her out. Clarissa's gone through a lot in her life, man, right? So she's having to play an extra tough girl to try and protect herself. But she's got to be careful, man. She's got to be careful. Don't give away your hard-earned money. You know what I mean? Signing deals with your boyfriend. Not even her husband. He's not even her husband. He's a boyfriend. How's he managing to get her out of all these great situations where she could have ended up at? Lady Chanson, you end up Dunnersville. Yeah, you'd be on the Dunnersville list. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we put Clarissa in there with, what did she fight? 160 with Shiraz. Yeah? He's a 168 pounder. What happens if Clarissa fights Shiraz? For the Shiraz is highly ranked. We could go down the list, man. SK, Papoose taught that 5% of waffle to her. Yeah, because that's what them Brooklyn and them Bronx dudes do. That's what they do. They're good on today's math. What's the mathematics today, God? You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, he's from that era. That's what he did. And they're good. Cop in 09. I'd favor Shields to beat someone like Frank. I don't know. I don't know, Coppin, man. Man strength is different, bro. Remember, she doesn't score kills, bro. She not beating up Frankie. She's not beating Frankie, bro. I know Frankie look awful. Maybe this. Yeah. She'd end up in heaven as Lady Chen. She needs to allow that. Like, when she wanted to fight Keith, wasn't smart. Wasn't smart. PG London is peace, God. That's the language, don't it? That's the language. Peace, God. And that's what, remember 50 Cent was having that beef with Ghostface Killer. Peace, God. I want to get my cold cipher, man. So 5% nation, you know. SK, if Floyd is broke, we can do Floyd versus Clarissa. Sonny Edwards versus Clarissa. Remember when Sonny asked Clarissa for a date? Crazy. Coffin, not sure if he was trolling, but I remember Billy Joe Saunders saying Katie Taylor was beating up Gavin, and this was an active Gavin. And Gavin has been retired for years and he's feather fisted our favourite Shields. Okay, I hear that. Katie Taylor strong. You see Katie's neck. Katie ain't no ordinary female. Katie got one fucking powerful neck, bro. Hey, remember Katie walked through them bricks that Amanda Serrano through. She walked through some bricks. How? Oh, we live, eat, sleep, boxing. What's up with this title? Yeah, I'm just using the library Wi-Fi, Chris. You know what I'm saying? Library Wi-Fi. Thought I'd try a bit of clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Thought I'd try a bit of clickbait. Get people to tune in. I don't think it's really working. I think there's about 20 people watching the stream. I might have to change the title. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the street. Hypothermia. That's what people want to hear, innit? Chris thought it was 7 years ago all over again. That's what they're putting out there, isn't it? Remember, they're putting that out there. Billy Joe Saunders waffles more than the 5%. Golovkin ended, not Golovkin. Career. How long ago was that now? You know, Chris, or I would. I've never. I've got to find it because this is YouTube. If I was on StreamYard, I don't know if you can get. I don't know. It's still like a bit. I prefer StreamYard as well, to be honest. Chan, you didn't see the title, huh? Yeah, man. Library Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? Using the library Wi-Fi. Yeah, StreamYard is better. That's what people want to hear, isn't it? People don't want to hear that thing well or everything was cool. Nah, it's my Wi-Fi. I don't. It's you know what it is. It's not even the this. It doesn't do that on StreamYard, you know. But on this YouTube Hangout, it cuts out. It cuts out all the time, and you can't stop it. It just cuts out. I'll whoop your head, boy. I'll whoop your head, boy. Yeah, YouTube is dodgy, man. The YouTube Hangout is very dodgy. When I came back, when it closed because the computer shut down, I was going to come back on StreamYard. I should have done. I don't know how to give the links. I'm going to have to read on how to do it. Why am I in the library? No, I'm saying it's the library. I was joking in it, and I'm using the library Wi-Fi. Library's closed now, isn't it? What time is it? It's 1 a.m. in the morning. It's all good. Yeah. I'm broke like Mayweather. You know what I mean? I'm on some Floyd shit. Floyd, you know what I mean? Like, he gave all his detractors the day they wanted, innit? If it is true, he's gave all his detractors exactly. But that's how it goes. When you play the villain, it's merciless when it goes wrong. They find out you're broke. They love it. It's all good, you know. Floyd's still young, still got his health. He just got to figure out what is the next phase of his life. Is he prepared to just downscale a little, downsize, I should say, and just live a more basic life? I mean, lots of people have to do it. He's not special. You know what I mean? He might feel embarrassed, but who are these people that you're worried about their approval? Just get on with your life. Just get on with your life. You know what I mean? Because people take things like they take it personal. They take it personal. Mayweather did that as a promotional tool. I'm Money Mayweather. I'm the cash cow. That's why he did that. It's like with Jake Paul, and people can't say, "Oh, you're only saying that to protect Floyd." No, I said it after the fight that a lot of people didn't like Jake Paul, the way he promoted himself. He could beat Canelo. He can do this. Yeah, he's just trying to promote. And I said that weeks back after AJ broke his jaw. He's just trying to promote the thing. I don't take it personal. A lot of people take it personal. Oh, you said you're world class, Jake. You'll be a world champion. Yeah, of course he did. How's he going to sell you a fight by saying, "Oh, I'm just Southern area level"? That's not how you promote yourself in boxing. You make it as big as possible. You make the biggest statement you can as possible, and then try and sell it. That's how it runs. So anyone expecting him to come out and say, "Well, you know, I'm not a real boxer. Anyone can beat me up. I'm no good." No, he's not going to say that. He's not going to say that. And why should he? That's not how you sell a fight. If I was promoting him and he tried that modest whatever, I say, "Well, what's going on?" SK, if you can't downsize at 48, you never will. Really beat sleep boxing. I've got the DAZN package. Let's go. That's the only network that's showing boxing after this year. Amazon not working with the package anymore. What, Amazon and PVC? AB and Floyd, yeah? SK, if you can't downsize at 48, you never will. That kid, Floyd can't keep making comebacks every time he runs out of money. He doesn't want to be 60 doing this. Lady Chen says, yeah, true, you can't take that personal. Yeah, it's promotion. Chris says, Broner can't beat Rodney Dangerfield right now. You, my Dangerfield, like Rodney Kapowie. Allow me introduce you to the streets, straight from the sewer, when I'm repping on these beats. You, my Dangerfield, like Rodney. Pac-Man, yeah. You're right, kid. Pac-Man is broke too. But you see, they still love Pacquiao because Pacquiao didn't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're all broke. A lot of the old fighters, they're all broke. Guzzy, Pacquiao wasted his money, tried to be a politician. He gave a lot of it away as well. He gave a lot of it away, apparently. Lady Chan, I think casuals needed to hear him sell the fight to make it big because none of the purists believes he could win. So yeah, he did the right thing to sell to the casuals. Yeah, Jake, you know, spurred on by his old man as well. See, that's the thing with Jake Paul. How old is Jake now? Jake's still in his 20s, isn't he? Let's have a look. Born 1997. How about 28? He's young, man. Still young. You know what it is, yeah, with Jake Paul? Jake Paul, yeah, he's 28. He's very confident person. And you know why he's so confident? He's got them supportive parents, innit? Who've told him from young you can do whatever you want. And he just believes in himself, innit? He believes in himself. So even if he's delusional, he's going to succeed at some point, whether it's making the money, even though he got his jaw broke. Um, just got them supportive parents. You know what I'm saying? And the jaw's broke pretty bad. He's got plates in his face, man. Got plates in his face. That kid, yeah, Shane Mosley was broke. Loads of fighters were broke. But the reason they're going to focus on Floyd is because he called himself money and he threw money about the place. Yo, look, I'm rich. You mean you ain't got no money? I got money. So it's coming back around where they're saying, well, remember you said you had all this and that. You ain't got it no more. And we're letting you know. We're letting you know you ain't got it. Yeah. It is what it is, man. SK, surprised Jake didn't fight Paul Williams. Oh, gosh. Wheelchair, you know. That's deep. Guzzy, Jake has a hardcore pool of fans that would spend their last pennies on him. Yeah. He's marketed himself to that point where he does have a hardcore pool of fans. Yes. Yeah. He lost a lot of his money, Shane, didn't he, to one of his girlfriends? Was that in a court settlement? He lost a whole load of money to one of his girlfriends. I don't know if she had his pick me or whatnot, man. Yeah, Shane lost a lot of his dough, man. Yeah, the Asian chick. Yeah. Yeah, his wife. Yeah. Lady Chan said all his women. What, they're all screwing him over like that? That's what's scary, man. You mean, like, these guys here, man, they're gladiators. Shane Mosley's one of our best fighters from this era, man. And it just take one gal just to yam them out, and they're defenseless. Look at Deontay Wilder. How much man he knock out? I mean, right hand them to death. And then one woman comes along and she just had him up. Just having him up, man. Oh, Chris said she's even got his belt and didn't win it in the ring. Whoa. Shane has a gym which he rents out in Big Bear, makes a decent income from that to live off, says SK. How did she get the belts in the divorce? How did she swing that? You can't feed kids with the belts. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you see them red pill creators, yeah? Creators. What a lot of these young boys don't understand is their heroes are actually working against them. Your content creator heroes are actually working against you. What they sell is entertainment and nothing more, right? You listen to these content creators talk and talk and talk about they've got the best interests of young men coming up so they don't get manhandled by women. And you see, I don't just think in lineage with the internet, right? Before the internet, well, before social media as we know it today, they used to have fathers for justice, right? And there was no platforms for them to blog. But they'd be at parliament, they'd be at buildings, and they're actually trying to change legislation. If your content creators ain't talking about changing legislation, then they're stringing you along to sell their alpha male classes and stuff like that, and their Patreon, where we're going to teach you how to be alpha male. It's all bullshit, bro. It's all bullshit. Anyone who's saying they're serious about the welfare of men and this and that, if they're not actively trying to get in the political process, they're bullshitting you. They're plants. Just like a lot of the rappers who are just bang, bang, shoot them up, PIMP. They're plants to destroy just males in general, to destroy them. That kid Oscar did something right, despite being an alcoholic and a coke addict. He's the only one who kept his money. Yeah, probably just didn't live above his means like Floyd. He's probably just got a modest house. Lots of people with money got modest houses. You know what I mean, and Floyd still got. I mean, Oscar still got his promotional company. Floyd ain't got nothing. Well, I don't know what Floyd's got. At John, he says, never meet your heroes. Yeah, yeah. Do you look? Wait, see, the thing is, right? When you look at hard receipts, a lot of the richest women made their money from divorces and alimony and all that stuff there. That's where they got their money. And how do you get that money? You get it through the court system. You get it through the court system. You don't get it through blogging on flipping social media platforms. Yeah, I thought it was Case K. Yeah, actually, I thought it was. Yeah. Okay, Lady Chan is saying she dated Shane for 2 years. All the women took his dough. I know what went on. He doesn't have what he should. Plus bad money management. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, isn't it? It's a shame. All them hard battles. All them hard battles. Vargas twice. Delahoye, Mayweather, Cotto, Vernon Forrest twice. Ricardo Mayorga. Winky Wright. Twice Winky Wright. Yeah. Got one of the best resumes. And after all that gladiator, a couple of birds wiped him out. A couple of women. Life is crazy, bro. You know what I mean? Life is crazy. I was gonna say something, but I pulled back from saying, and I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna repeat it. All I know, anyone takes something from me like that. I'm a cool guy, but I've got a spiteful nature. I take shit from me like that, and I take it right down. But then again, I don't have the kind of money they have to lose, to be honest. So, we live, eat, sleep boxing. They remind of this boxing YouTuber went to a fight with a chick. She left with another dude at the fight. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's deep. BG says celebrity shouldn't be your hero. Yes, yes. Yeah, Oscar's blown money. Lady Chan, you wouldn't have a choice. It's not so much them allowing them to take it. The court system just gives women a free crack at taking all their dough. Lady Chan, he never told them no, and some were just thieves. He wasn't just keeping an eye on his finances like that. Shane likes fighting. He didn't look at what life costs. When he was making so much, he probably just kept spending and kept living. And oh right, yeah. He spoiled them. But I tell you what, man, some of them look so good, boy. I might have tricked a little, but not as much as he did. You know what I'm saying? Not being funny. When you got like one of them women he had like that. You know what I mean? They know what they're doing because like I can't remember which one of them. Flipping getting women like that. You make you trick out. What I mean, trick out, bro. Here we go. Yeah, it's real. It's real. It is real. It is real. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna decorate. Yeah, just if you got a woman who's just fitters like that, you've got to maintain them. You can't just not, you know what I mean, trick at all. Especially if you got a dog, you can't not trick at all. You know what I'm saying? You got to do some tricking. That's probably what Shane did. Lady Chances spoil the right woman, not the one that's cheating on you with your money. But how do you know what's the right woman? You might think you got the right one. Listen, you think all them women that Shane was with were just like trying to break his balls? No, they know how to, you know what I mean, act all submissive, you know what I mean, until it's time to get the dough. And when they get in the dough, then they switch up. Yeah. Yeah. It's a skill. There's no right woman. I don't think there is no right woman. I don't think there's no right woman. Yeah? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think there is no right woman in 2025. I don't think there is. Lady Chances now, they don't act no. He didn't like submissive women like that. That's the problem. He likes fiery and dominant women. Okay. I'll take your word for it. You know more than me, Chad. You know more than me. You know more than me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, when I say that, they might be fiery and dominant. But if they were just trying, they weren't just trying to bully him while they were. He might have put that to you, right? But there's no man who's going to spend money on women who were just like, Shane, give me the money, or I'll punch you up. They weren't doing that, right? They weren't doing that. So while they might not be submissive, they were definitely doing him some great sexual favor. The dude. Yeah. It is what it is, man. I don't think there is. I don't think there is no right with it though. I don't think there is no right with it in 2025. See, when I say right, like, you know what I mean? If you get a submissive woman, then you're probably gonna have to get shortchanged on how hot she is. You know what I'm saying? It's no point getting a submissive woman and she ain't hot. And then if you get a woman who's a bull breaker, she's probably gonna look the business. You know what I'm saying? The booty, the look, and everything. The booty, the cans, everything looking. Yeah. Lady Chad said, Shane said he was his best girl because she had her own. Okay, he did a lot of nice things for you. But he wasn't dominant with her. All right, that might be why you're not with him now. He should have broke his balls. But then again, you probably finished it. Yeah. I mean, in his prime case, I mean, Shane was in good condition, well groomed up. So women were flocking around prime Shane Mosley. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Shane. Yeah. Sugar Shane. Case, he says, beats even average women have the high standards of models nowadays. Oh man, that's just rough, isn't it? Case said, my mum had a crush on Shane. Yeah. Yeah, Shane was putting it about when he was alive. Of course he was, yeah. Shane. Shane's just a good dude, isn't it? Shane one of them good dudes. He's a good dude. Shane sort of looks like one of them guys. If you knew him, let's say for years before he had money, and you was his proper friend, and he's got all this money, he's gonna make sure you're good as well. So he probably, I can see that. That's what Shane's like. I can tell. I even spoke to him briefly on Shane's podcast. I know what Shane's like. I know. Yeah. Vicious in the ring. But he's a softie. Yeah. Shane's a bit. Yeah, he was focused on his career, Shane. That's what it was. You weren't putting. Yeah, you're right. You weren't putting it about. He married two. Yeah. Shane was a great fighter, bro. Shane was a great fighter. Somebody was asking. I remember somebody was saying, "Is Shane Mosley Hall of Fame?" I said, "Do you know anything about boxing?" Fucking Hall of Fame. How much weight classes did he win titles in? Have you seen a resume? Is he Hall of Fame? He beat Oscar De La Hoya twice. What are you talking about? I mean, it shouldn't even, that should never be a question. Never. That shouldn't even be a question if Shane Mosley is a Hall of Fame fighter. My God. These people don't know nothing. I'm telling you, bro, there's a lot of people, right? You ask them about boxing, they think they know. And this person was a very arrogant person on this channel. I'm thinking, what's this a stupid question? The guy who nearly knocked out Mayweather, right? And in my opinion, beat Cotto. He beat Cotto. He didn't get. I always thought he won the fight, right? The box record. I'm just putting it in. I remember when he knocked out that British guy, Adrian Stone. I thought he killed him. He knocked out Adrian Stone. Forget the 10 losses. He was only stopped once, right? That's a good record, right? Good name, because he was old. Mayorga. Only time he was stopped was by me. Caesar can't fight. Canelo, Pacquiao, Sergio Mora draw. That's a full champion. Mayweather, Margarito, Mayorga. And these are back-to-back. It's literally back-to-back, bro. Cotto, Collazo, Vargas twice. All right, he goes easy with Jose Luis Cruz and Estrada. And then before that, Ronald White, Winky Wright twice. De La Hoya win. Raul Marquez, good fight. Good fighter. Vernon Boris. 100%. 100%. If you don't know, you shouldn't even talk boxing. Sweet boxing. Mosley beat Golden Johnson. Golden Johnson, you know. That's years back there. Yeah. BG says war tested, no doubt. Yeah. Oh, 100%. At Pancho Villa, Mickey Ward is in the. Yeah, and what's wrong with that? And then they let Ray Mancini was the WBA lightweight champion. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Mickey Ward was one of the most popular fighters of his generation. What is it? So who gets in the Hall of Fame then? How does Ray Mancini not get in the Hall of Fame? Huh? That's what I want to know is how Ray Mancini doesn't get in the Hall of Fame. And I think Ray Mancini is one of the greatest fighters. But he in my opinion, he wasn't as good as Purnell and a few other guys. But he definitely, Mancini was one of the most popular fighters of his generation. Mancini was one of the dudes that I used to watch when I became a massive boxing fan. Right? Ray Mancini. Youngstown, Ohio. I've got his box record. Like Jose Luis, 12-round win. If you don't know who Jose Luis Ramirez resume, if If you don't know them names, you're not qualified to discuss his resume. We need to start there. If you don't know who Jose Luis, Chris knows who he is. Chris knows Jose Luis Ramirez. Sleep boxing, he knows who he is. Alexis Arguello gave him a beating though, but that was, bro. Yeah. He beat Julio Valdez. That was an eliminator for that title. He knocked him out. That was I think it was I think Valdez wasn't it. I might have that wrong. The Arturo Frias fight, when he won the title, was a war, absolute war. Ku Kim, who passed away. Bobby Chacon, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. He is a Hall of Famer. He was one of the most popular fighters of his generation. So you tell me how he doesn't into the Hall of Fame. Yeah, he nearly killed him. He nearly took his head off, Chris. Yeah. Yeah, he killed that Ku Kim case. Yeah. Yeah. BG London, he just watched the Ray Mancini documentary. Could get into the Hall of Fame one day. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. A damn good fighter. Yeah. They fought at 140, innit, Chris? Camacho. That was a good fight, man. Camacho outboxed, man. He asked him. Before they let Mancini in, the standards were a lot higher. Disagree with you. I disagree with you. I don't think he was watching boxing at that time. I don't know how popular Mancini was. He was one of the biggest draws in the game. He was one of the biggest draws in the game. I disagree with you. I 100% disagree with you, what you're saying. I 100% disagree. I just don't agree with that. I just don't. He had an all action style. His fights were absolute wars. Yeah. Every time Mancini fought, he left it all in the ring. Pancho Villa, the first world title fight he ever watched was Lionel Rose versus Ruben Olivares. Okay, you was an old geezer. You were older than me. Lady Chance's boxing is. I'm always learning. It's not bad not to know some stuff, but just like you do, always a student of the game. Indeed. Yeah, I agree with that case because his complexion definitely helped. I'm not going to deny that. That's 100%, especially in the 80s as well. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. That is very true. That is very true. He was a huge draw though. BG London started watching boxing 1990. Ben versus Eubank 1 in Birmingham, NEC. Yeah. Yee. We live, eat, sleep boxing. He was a wild world of sport, darling. Yes. 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 He live, eat, sleep. He was a white guy as well. Yes. Yep. And what you need to know, that era there, yeah, they still used to use terminologies like, why is this connection keep cutting out? They still used to use terminologies like white hope. They still used to use it. Yes, he was on all the boxing covers, Chris. He was always on there. Mancini, always on there. You see, like likes of Chacon, they were huge fights, bro. Those were huge fights. All his fights were huge when he was a champion. Jose Luis Ramirez, Alexis Arguello, Arturo Frias. You got to remember, his fight with Duk Kim was the reason they reduced the fights from 15 to 12. Pancho Villa, he remembers when Texas had signs that said no Mexicans allowed. Wow. The BG, he said he thought it was my Wi-Fi acting up. No, this Wi-Fi is dodgy on the YouTube hangout. Very dicey. And I know my Wi-Fi is okay because my smart TV now at all. You know what I mean? I've got it on while I've got this on. You know what I'm saying? Whew. Yeah, it was like 135 in the 80s. It was a good division, man. Some good fighters. 135. You had Vinny, Haugen, Camacho, Purnell, Ramirez. I'm looking at Edwin Rosario. I used to love Edwin Rosario, man. Livingston Bramble, Jose Luis Ramirez, Jimmy Paul, Kronk. Good fighter, bro. He was really good. Underrated. Haugen beat Jimmy Paul. I couldn't believe when Haugen beat Jimmy Paul. Harry Arroyo. Remember Harry Arroyo? He was from Youngstown as well. Yeah. 135 was a wicked weight class back then. It was dread. Some really good fighters. Yeah, Chris, that's right. Haugen beat Mancini. Come on. Yep. 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 Good fighters, bro. Good fighters, Chris, man. Haugen passed away the other year, didn't he? Wow. He gave Mancini a beating, bro. He gave him a proper beating. And he had 2 fights with Vinny, didn't he? Haugen. 2 fights with Vinny, Chris. Yeah, he died last year, man. Greg died. That's it, kid. Yeah. Yeah. Haugen was a good fighter, man. He was a very good fighter. Very good fighter. Case said, I remember Greg Haugen trying to reach out to Wilder to help him. Okay. Yeah. It split wins, him and Vinny. Lady Chan said, this era of boxing is trash, to be honest. It's not, you know what it is? The boxers are very inactive and the promoters, man, that culture, that culture of the promoters signing to the networks has done boxing no good. I'll tell you what though, see me, some of you channels, you're just really exploiting the Anthony Joshua story. Just flipping, like, I tell you, some of them are just fucking leeches. They're just leeches on this. Everything, something. Well, that's all these channels is. All they're trying to do is just juice the story, the AJ story. This hangout is just unstable, man. Why does it keep doing that? It's like ridiculous. Kay says, Lady Chan, did you see Shakur say he didn't realize how good Hagler was until now? Embarrassing for him not to know anything about the legends. Lady Chan says, yeah, beats. They know AJ makes the numbers. So the story dry. And they have no shame. They got no shame at all. I'm not gonna have a go on Shakur about that, right? I'm not gonna have a go. What you have to remember, he's an active pro. I was watching him fight Robiesi as an amateur. He's an active pro. He's an Olympian. And what you have to remember, he likely has to study tapes of his competition. And when he was coming up, he studied those who were relevant to his generation. He studied Ward, Mayweather, and others. So he probably didn't get the opportunity to really study a Hagler like that. And I'll be honest with you. Yeah, man. Yeah, Mayweather used to shade, but then again, Ali used to shade this predator is said he was better than Joe Louis. Joe was too slow. We live, eat, sleep boxers. These dudes in my group say Canelo would destroy Aaron Barkley at 168. You guys are nuts. They don't get it, Chris. They don't understand it. They don't understand it, man. Yeah, they think that Canelo would destroy Aaron Barkley. Lady Chan, when Baumgardner said AJ is a basic fighter, I knew then she didn't know boxing. Sorry. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say he was the best either. Not basic, but he definitely some deficiencies to his style, but not basic. Basic, no, I wouldn't say basic. I think he's a very good offensive fighter. Damn. I'm watching Alicia Baumgartner at some club. Damn, that dress, bro. That dress is working. I can't lie. The dress is working something chronic, bro. These girls are wiling out. These girls are wiling out. Damn. Some Boxing King Media. Aaron, but the ones I speak to do not enjoy watching it. Yeah, Perturbia don't watch boxing. I don't know. With him, she might be a bit more selective with her opinions, isn't it? Man, patty cake, hey, the Method Man. And I don't eat green eggs and spam. Peanut butter, cause they're not butter. In fact, I snap back like a bumper. She said Wilder and Fury better legacy than AJ. Well, maybe she's just in on the fights that Fury and Wilder had. You know what I mean? Case says Alicia is fine as if I can't lie. Tell you what, man. What I saw in that dress there looks like that was some Hall of Fame. That's some Hall of Fame. She's at the club after her last win. I mean, that's she hasn't really done the research. She ain't probably done the research, you know what I'm saying? Shakur say that Fury would beat Ali. But then he took it back. I think after he lost to Usyk, he took it back, or maybe before that. Wow. That just talk absolute crap in it. Case, he said, I never thought female boxers could be attractive until she saw Alicia and Ebony. Yeah, Ebony got the raft inflators, and got the raft inflators. Oh yeah, you watched the Ali Doug Jones fight, Chris? Yeah, yeah, Doug what winning? It was very close. BG London Windows 95 connection. Maybe that could be it, you know, because my laptop is still running on but I don't think it is, you know, because the rest of the internet don't cut out. The rest of it don't cut out. Down on the raft inflators, good one beats. And Chris has got Ken Norton winning all 3 fights against Ali. Yeah, a lot of people say he beat Ali all 3 fights. Yeah, my new one is on Windows 11. I just haven't formatted it. I haven't got nothing on it yet. I haven't got nothing on it at all. I mean, I haven't got Reason or SoundForge on it, so I haven't really started using it yet. But this one is old. This one is old, bro. This one's still on. Is it Windows 7? Yeah, I think it's still on Windows 7, this one. Not even 10. It shows you how old it is. Um, yeah, Mia St. John, she did look pretty good in her case. She did look pretty good. Chris said beats on dial up, library dial up. Lady Chan, keep nothing on it because you get bugs if you do. Keep mine clean too. What do you mean keep nothing on it? You gotta have some programs. I need is it GIMP? I need GIMP. I need a Windows Maker. I need Reason for when I because some days I might just feel like making a beat or something. I need Recycle. I need SoundForge. Um, I've got programs of mine. Oh, you're thinking about Shannon Courtney. She signed with MVP. She fought on AJ and Jake Paul's card. I'm sure she did. Didn't she fight earlier on in the prelims? I'm sure she did. Shannon Courtney. Yeah. Ebony got beaten yesterday. She was getting outboxed, didn't it? Ebony. She got outboxed. Kel was there. Puerto Rico. Yeah. Shannon Courtney. Maybe she might come back and fight Ebony, but I don't know because she beat Ebony, didn't she? She won the title from Ebony. See, they're all getting on now. BG London. I swear Shannon had lip injections. She looked different, didn't she? I was trying to figure it out. I was trying. Yeah, she did look a little enhanced. She did. She did. Yeah, Shannon had all types of issue after she lost. Who did she lose to again? Yeah, what I might do is I might buy a few more devices, and like you're saying, separate them. I've got the external hard drive, so that's not a problem. I can keep all my movie maker stuff and a few other programs on the external and just operate like that. How did we flipping draw with Sunderland? I don't know what's happened to that team, you know. I don't know what's happened to that team. Draw with Sunderland at home. Embarrassing. Absolute embarrassing, man. Right. So Tyson Fury, he'll return next year. I saw the bit of sparring he did. Not sparring, the bit. Yeah, he's working on the pads. Yeah, he's doing the fat camp first before. See, this is what I'm saying, man. He wasn't in shape to fight AJ, man. This comeback, depending on his fights, he's gonna get knocked out, bro. I'm telling you, he's gonna get knocked out. He's gonna get knocked out. He's gonna get knocked out. That yo-yo dieting one day is gonna get knocked out, bro. Get knocked out. That yo-yo dieting, man. Gonna catch up. Yeah, man. Sunderland. Flipping hell. Yeah, Fury not in shape, man. He's not in shape. Lady Channel can't stand Fury. The day AJ's at a funeral, he decides to announce comeback. Yeah, he's probably feeling himself now he doesn't have to fight AJ. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he hasn't lived the life case, man. So was AJ on his feet at the funeral? So he's recovered pretty well, isn't it? If he's on his feet already. I wonder what injuries he had. Yeah, Fury. I mean, I don't think he's gonna fight Matmadov. You know, I think it's too dangerous for him. It's too dangerous for him. Fury acting like, I mean, people, the Fury fans acting like Fury's fought the best of the best a couple of times. Come on, it's a joke. Bit of a joke. Yeah, he seems like he got energized when he knew that AJ is going to be sidelined for a little while. He got energized, didn't it? Get brave. Tyson Fury. All right, people. He can get into serious shape by 2026. Unless he starts taking the Nandrolone, can't get into shape. People saying he can beat up Fabio Woodley. Man, go on then. Go on then. Go on then. Fight Fabio Woodley. That'd be interesting. Frank trying to get AJ to fight Fabio. Get Fury to fight Fabio. Any of Fabio catch him. Any of Fabio start catching me some big shots.